games, right?
Yeah.
And then the problem you've got on the flip side of that is that how do they make money? And then to make those games more popular and better and published and all the rest of it, they need money. So they then get bought by big publishers, which is your EAs and your Activisions and all the rest of it. And EA and Activision are not interested in gaming. They are not interested in gaming at all. They may have started off themselves like that, but all they're interested in now is money. That's their sole purpose. It's to generate revenue. And they will do it any which way they can.
Which you can't blame them for.
No, I mean that's just the way the global economy works, right? That's the same for any industry. Any passion project will eventually require funds. Those funds will then be provided by a capitalist group, a venture capitalist, you know, a fucking bank, whatever. The people sumping that money up don't care about the product; they care about the money that they're going to make with it.
Yep.
Yeah? If you're lucky, you might have people in senior positions in those organizations, and I think we might be okay with some of that.
Yes.
For, like Microsoft, at least. By and large, they have generally done good things. Although the Ultimate Game Pass is a godsend to people, right? It's kind of expensive, but it makes gaming in general a lot more affordable for a lot of people, right? But anyway, I digress. But at the end of the day, if Xbox isn't making money, if Microsoft isn't making money, then no more Xbox, right? And they have to keep shareholders happy, and they have to, you know, sell the story that everything they're doing is right. And they do that by telling us that they're really passionate about games, even though they're not. So, you go around this loop. In a weird, weird world, man.
We took the advantage.
I understand why everything's driven by money with them, though, but... Although, this is a stage where...
I don't know. It doesn't even necessarily need to be an even.
Oh, no way, because,
right?
well, yeah,
like,
why would
just
they go to work
like,
if they're not going to make money? Fair enough. Sweet.
Yeah, even passionate indie game developers need to eat, right? I mean, Jack Frags did a video on a guy recently, and this game looks fucking amazing. I need to look it up. But he developed the whole thing so far completely single-handedly, right? It looks like a huge studio game, and it's like just one guy writing all the code, shackled to a laptop, bless him.
He's probably just got like a really intensely gamer girlfriend, and she's just like, no, I will milk you at the computer.
Yeah, he's just got caffeine on a drip.
Did you want milk in that? No. No. Milk weakens the mind.
Yeah. Coding. I'm coding. There we go. And there are people at DICE and EA now, don't get me wrong, that I am sure and I hope are still very passionate about the games they produce and the experience that people have with those games.
Well, you have to say the devs would be passionate, but the devs would be passionate.
Sorry, say again, man.
Like the guys creating the game, but the like the guys who own the company probably don't give a shit. For EA, it's
yeah.
Did we make money this month? No. Okay, we'll fucking scrap that.
Well, if you
Because that thing's a hemorrhage.
Yeah. Like, so my background is like corporate and freaking commercial events and public events and consumer events and like, right? Whatever way, at the end of the day, I wanted people to have a good time, right? Whether it's you know, if it's at a festival and people are having an awesome party and they're loving it, that's much easier to tell. Alright, so those were real easy. If you're doing like commercial events, you want people to be having good meetings and productive meetings and they're signing good deals and all that kind of shit. Which is a lot more boring. Alright, but fundamentally you want people to be having a good time. Okay? And that was my point of pride, if you like, in the work that I used to do. And if Bandit, it's like, if you're doing stuff with what you're doing, you want to make sure that it's working well, it looks good, and all the rest of it, right? You want to say that you did a good job.
See, good wood. We want good wood.
Good wood, yep. You want good wood. But I think the little disconnect that a lot of people have is that, and this is going back to the Warzone thing where I was looking at some interviews with the devs from there. A lot of Warzone devs and a lot of devs from a lot of games don't ever play the games that they're writing code for. Right, we just, I think, like, as a community, we assume that every dev is coding the game like mad, and then when they're not coding the game like mad, they go home and then they jump on the game they've just been working on. No. It's probably, actually, I would imagine it's probably the last thing they would want to do. Some of them are like that. You know, some of them just want to be playing the game. Some of them need to do that. Some of them, that's their actual job.
Test pilot.
Yeah. But it's what like the point is on that is that it's possible to be a dev for a major title and not understand what the gaming experience is like for the game that you're writing code. Alright. It's weird.
Yeah, well, it would be impossible to do that though, wouldn't it? Because like I want a box that vault, and you'd be like, well, what do gamers like to vault? Will they just write a box that's this dimension by this dimension, and you press this button and vault over it?
Yeah. So what they do is they have people that are, you have like QA testers, right? And then you also have people that test the game, and then you do have devs which play the game, and then they rely on community feedback.
Yep.
Right. Why is he teabagging the guy I just killed? I just... Awesome, he's coming back for more.
Friendly teabagger.
Friendly teabagger.
This one won't be easy. Hard point confirmed.
Like QA testing sounds like one of the worst jobs you can ever imagine, from what I gather. Like it sounds cool, like you're a QA tester for games, right? But it's kind of like, it would be like, what's the equivalent? Okay, so it's like, it would be like playing Ship House, I guess, right? Or like, say Shipment. Okay, initially you think it's cool, but it's the only map you can play for like, I don't know, 6 months straight. And you have to do everything within your power to try and break that map. That's what QA testing is like. And then you don't get paid.
You shouldn't. I suppose.
No.
You just sit there and play a game.
I mean, they do an important job, but it's nowhere near as cool as we think it might be.
Hardpoint's under fire.
Oh.
Whoa.
I'm being watched.
developing games is hard. It's like a massive job. I like the good thing that we might get out of this whole scenario with now this game, but also a few other games that have launched recently, is that people will be more focused again on delivering
Yeah.
finished products. And it's a point that the Denial made a lot as well. So when you had to buy a game on CD,
That bitch come finished.
that game had to be finished, right? Couldn't patch it, couldn't do anything about it afterwards. The game had to be done and ready to go. And I'm okay that they don't have to do that now. Right, the games are way more complex now. They are much bigger now. There's a lot more involved. You can play with a lot more people. Like, we take a lot for granted in this game right now. The fact that all my mates that I play with right now, right, are pretty much not in the same country as me, let alone the same continent, is amazing. Right? It would blow my 7-year-old mind. Right? And the fact that we can then get more than one person on that same call, right? And we can have a whole group of us playing together is another thing. And then we can all be on the same map, playing the same game, actually playing together. That's fucking amazing. So they tried to do some really big things with this game in a transitional period for the gaming industry as a whole, and they've paid the price for it not working. So the flip side of that benefit of people being more focused about having a finished launch, what I'm worried about is that people are now going to be less ambitious about trying new things, which is bad. Alright, if you want to be completely safe and you want to be completely good to go, you just reskin your last game and then you send it out. Right, doesn't matter what it is. That's what you do. Which means we don't ever get to see. Like, I still think 128 player Conquest is better than 64. I think 128 player Breakthrough is a fucking nightmare. But how do you know until you try it?
Hardpoint confirmed.
And it's like,
We control the hardpoint.
not so long ago, if DICE had released an unfinished game, no one would have bought it and the company would have died.
Hold on to it.
But at least there's an opportunity for them to fix it as well now. So that's a good thing. Swings and roundabouts. Swings. Ugh. Guy's got an Iron Man 12M on the go. That thing is OP as
What is it?
fuck. The 12M auto
Oh,
has
cool.
an Iron Man skin. Call it an Iron Man skin. It's basically red and gold. But a lot of people are using it, and the range is ridiculous. Somebody out there right now is developing a good FPS that will release on console, not just on PC. They are onto a good thing.
Yeah, it's probably
We control the hardpoint.
2 to 3 years away, but it's coming.
Yeah. And like, PC gamers have it slightly better because they've got much more choice on what to play. Which is good for them. And I see lots of people playing amazing games that we just don't have access to on console, which is annoying.
Enemy has a hardpoint. I'm being watched.
It's so tempting.
This map will be a real test for them. It's so tempting.
I will after this console, I reckon.
No, man. We might not have to after this console.
I just did a
I still
cool
think it's
thing.
doors. Yeah.
Why not after this console? You reckon that might be good enough?
Because we are. Oh no! Just that we're getting kind of close to the you buy a good TV, right? And then all you do is you plug in or sign into an account, your Xbox Live account on that TV, and then you play whatever games you want, basically. Right? That's like the long term track for just gaming in general. It'll be like Steam even more so. I was gonna say it'll be like Netflix, but
Oh, funny you say that. I saw a short the other day, which was Lupo says to Doc, "Hey Doc, when you're gonna start streaming on Netflix?" He's like, "Netflix gaming." Man,
right.
it'll happen. Why not? Why not?
well, yeah, I'd watch.
Oh yes, I gotta play the game. Yeah, like that'll happen because, well, why not? Netflix have got their toe in everything else.
It's like I can't want. I'd love to. Like I now have a rig capable of playing PC games as well, like comfortably. By and large, right? It's nowhere near top of the range or anything. It's more designed for work, right? But it is capable if I wanted to. And then there's a game that has really caught my eye, and it's like the one thing which keeps dangling itself in front of me as a temptation, right? Is Star Citizen. Kind of
No, I've heard of that one.
before. Jack Frags and Level Cap have done some videos on it, right? But it makes every other game look obsolete already, right? It's like a constant long-term beta, but they are basically trying to develop a second universe type deal, right? And it looks amazing. And I was like, oh, I'll just have a sneaky peek. Right, so you gotta pay for the game for one thing anyway. And then I looked at the tech specs for what it might cost to play an unfinished game comfortably. Right, and bearing in mind my rig is not out of date. I mean it's sort of current. My rig couldn't run it properly. It would run it, but it would be shit FPS and shit graphics, and it would just be clunky, and within no time it would be out of date. Right? And it would be, I'd have to get more memory, I'd have to get a new graphics card already and all that kind of stuff. It's like, oh man. Like, if we can get to the stage where the hardware doesn't become your biggest obstacle, then we are in gaming nirvana.
You sneaky.
Like, you're looking at it and you're looking how far can you go. I mean, just look at how you responded to Destiny recently.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like, how much better do you need graphics to get, right? I'm guessing that at some point it will be like looking like you're in like actual real footage, right? It's probably the end goal for gaming. I don't know whether that's ever possible.
I reckon.
Like you think so?
Only
right?
because, like, technically no, but also Yes.
Or just the rate of
You
progress
look at
in general.
now, and I remember when like Modern Warfare 3 came out, my mum was like, "Oh my god, it looks like real life," and I was like, "Oh my god, right?" But you look at
Yeah.
Modern Warfare 3 graphics now, and be like, "Ugh."
Well, yeah.
Securing Charlie. Get ready, mortar barrage. Allies calling for mortar barrage. Taking Baker. Capturing Baker.
It's like we're not even fully into the next gen set of games yet.
Taking Charlie. Mortars set and ready. I put down a cipher.
Yeah, maybe the next Battlefield can really steal the march in that sense, right? Because it will have. They'll say you don't have to bother worrying about developing the game for lower spec machines. Just have at it. Right? They'll just say design it how you want it. And they go, alright then. But like there's one. This is I'm showing my nerd side really heavily here now. There's one guy who is an architect, right? A real life architect. Like he does a few different things now. But basically, his whole channel was around analysing and exploring the architecture of the ships in Star Citizen.
Yep.
But that gives you an idea of how good Star Citizen Enclave.
So, what is it? Just like a full open world?
Kind of, yeah. It's like you. Like there's like I think there's like a story and there's like things to do. There's like a spin-off game for it where I think it's called Squadron 42. But it's like a much more military focused one where you sign up to join the military, and then you go and engage in battles and all that kind of shit, right? So, and then you can still do that if you don't do that. But you can be a smuggler,
Oh,
a
so
bounty hunter, you can be a criminal, you can be a good guy. It just kind of depends on how you want to play. You could be a tradesman, you could be a miner, right?
Closing with Baker.
You could just go around and sell goods all around the universe. And then you got to deal with pirates and all sorts of shit.
Mortars ready to rain hell.
But the specs, hardware specs required to actually run that game even vaguely smoothly are off the charts. And like people like Jack Price and Level Cap can do it because they have access to it. So.
Bombers in position. We've got a war machine. This is war. Losing objective able.
Well, I mean, Clarky was saying that we're hoping that there's a. The hope was that the Xbox Series X would be strong enough to run Star Citizen, but like on lower spec. But apparently that's not happening because it's just still not strong enough. Which is insane because the Xbox Series X is a pretty strong piece of
yeah,
kit,
well, it's like
right?
a low level or mid level PC as such.
Yeah. So there's a game coming out later in the year called Starfield, which is supposed to be like the sort of console answer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
fuck, I'm having the game of my life at the moment.
I'm being watched. Losing objective able.
Awesome.
It's got my third bombing run into this game.
Ah.
It's actually cool on this game when you call in like a cluster strike, which is called a mortar barrage. You throw like a marker down and it launches as like a thermite. It's like a location to shoot at, and it can actually damage people with the marker.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, we lost so bad.
Clark.
Yo.
Okay,
Yeah,
man.
man.
Pretty good.
Clarky said he's going to carry us through a trials run tomorrow.
Perfect.
Heard it.
A trial's back in.
Yeah.
Or no,
I think trials is every weekend now, isn't
don't
it?
know.
That's how they used to do it. You want to join on me again, Clarky? Or you want to run in yours?
Yeah, I will. Yeah.
Seemed good yesterday.
Hit me for the party this time. I will join you.
We've just been discussing...
I just went 64 and 18. Yeah, it's the best.
Wow.
I was
Your
dumb.
team still
I was
lose,
not playing
bro.
the objective. I was just leveling up the Owen gun. Wow, it was on shipment too.
I'm judging you so hard, right? Judging.
I am the problem.
Well, hang on. We were discussing upcoming changes for Battlefield. They announced yesterday. I don't know if you saw all of that stuff. I think you did.
Yeah.
We were discussing the state of gaming in general.
Toilet with the word was probably should have been used.
Yeah, we were discussing how much danger the franchise is in if they really don't get a handle on this right now.
Oh yeah. Well, they've definitely lost my vote for getting
We were just talking about
pre-purchase
this.
the next one.
Yeah.
What is a bit annoying? Like, if you go back and look at it, like Battlefield 5, it was a bit shitty when it came out, but everyone's back playing it because they love it.
Yeah.
I don't know why they don't release a couple more maps, or because they often get it when they leave the game is when it's in its best state,
Yeah.
and then they go
Well,
and rewrite
yeah.
the whole thing every time, every single time.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Even Battlefield 1's good too. I still like that.
I think Battlefield 1 was the first sort of complete launch. Well, we tried going back to play Battlefield 1 and no one was playing it, was the problem.
Yeah, but that's
Well,
because
we
they
can-
stopped. But
And like, I enjoyed Battlefield 5 when we played it, right?
Break
Hmm.
But
claim that they
I'm also not rose tinted about it. Like, it was fun. But that
Yeah.
game was by no means a perfect experience or the best Battlefield experience by a long shot.
yeah,
Right. But EA banked way too hard on that. Oh, they'll just fix it after the fact.
yeah,
It's like, you scumbags.
yeah.
Like, it's the burger time, it's burger analogy time. If I get given a freaking burger which is not cooked, right, and then they tell me that, oh yeah, well, like, we'll cook it for you after, or you can go back home and
Yeah.
cook it. Like, fuck, what? No.
Well, the other thing is they sort of went out and said, "Oh, we've learnt our lesson." It's like,
No, you
I
did.
think you probably learnt it last time. You've obviously not listened, and you.
Yeah. that much is definitely true. I think a lot of other people have learned EA's lesson now. Is one of the other things we were discussing. And then Bandit was just telling me that Vanguard has now launched its own.
No,
what do they
I'm
call
playing
it?
it
Is
right
still
now.
Ground War?
It's called something, but it's not. It's like you don't launch with your loadout. You launch with STG, and then you. So it's like a battle royale / conquest, and you can buy your own
Okay.
guns,
Maybe it's not.
and then take. Like, as you get
Okay.
kills and progress through the game, you can upgrade your guns and stuff like that. Which is actually quite cool.
And what's stopping them from trying out a full... Put it like this, I'll tell you one thing that would fucking send me on it right now. If they released a game mode called Historic Conquest, right? And they just said we're going to recreate the Battle of the Bulge or something like that. Right, and these are all the weapons you're going to have. Everyone gets the same weapons, but you don't have to mess around with the attachments or anything like that, then we'll go for it. Anyway, the main point, Clark, is that the door is open right now for somebody else to steal a march on getting a new first-person shooter franchise going.
Yes, well, I reckon. Well, I'm hoping Starfield, even though I thought
Entering the zone.
that specific thing might fill a good void.
Isn't that more like a RPG style game?
RPG, yeah.
Oh yeah.
But
I was thinking specifically more for.
Nebula crate up for grab.
Alright, there's no other big games doing conquest or domination modes right now, right?
Get him off the Nebula crate.
That I can think of.
Recon flight mission deployed.
Yep.
You guys there? Hang on.
yep.
They targeted our base. Nebula rocket incoming.
Let's get sending.
Oh, there's a guy there somewhere. Still behind that rock. Oh, he's down. Yep.
You got to imagine they've been having a discussion at Activision, right?
We lost Bunker Fox.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh,
Like maybe they won't put it under the Call of Duty banner. But if anyone's got the resources and the existing game knowledge to develop a good Battlefield style game, I mean they could ban it.
there's squad spawn in this game. This game mode Hellfire.
Huh?
Yeah.
There is squad spawn. Yeah, see they're listening.
Why can't I see your...
See they've got time now where they can just release a whole bunch of different game modes. Are there vehicles in it?
motorbikes. So transport. Yep.
But only motorbikes. Okay. That's what I mean. But they can just keep. I mean, they could take 2 years for all they care. But they could just run a whole bunch of tests and call it a new game mode, right? And then all of a sudden, COD announces Warfield or something, right? But,
War area.
Yeah.
yeah. Slightly
Battle
contentious-
area.
Slightly contentious.
Battle zone.
Yeah.
Taking the Nebula crate. Watch our carrier.
Why not, right?
Crate up for grabs. If that's your best, No wonder you're losing.
Bucky, I know you didn't play it, but if you'd ever even tried, the gunplay and the game mechanics from Modern Warfare were amazing,
Retrieving the crate.
or are
Yeah.
amazing.
Carrier. Nebula crate.
And even
Oh, sorry. No, there is a tank.
even Cold War, I'd say the weapons by and large felt like they could be actual weapons, right?
Get that nebula crate.
Did you say? Cold War AK felt okay, I think.
From a...
From just
Oh,
a
yeah.
feel perspective. I've never seen so many people running up this canyon, Clarky.
I know. It is just an absolute.
And my frame rate's suffering as a result. And like we say, it's really like one of the biggest games developers in the world got it horrendously wrong with Crossfire. Did you even try it, Bandit?
Nah. After your amazing recommendation, I...
Yeah. It was not good, man. Green!
Hello, hello, hello.
Bandit loves green. And I hate him for it. He said it earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. May have been talking about the colour, but I like to ignore that and just say it's about you. Just to make it weird.
We're retrieving the crate. Protect the carrier.
We were talking about the colour, but yes, now that you've made it personal now, Hellfire, you've made...
We have it on public record.
Enemy's got a glide bomb incoming.
We're playing off of my... Bucky, you in my... You're not in my...
Mine of the enemy's base.
I am. I was in your squad.
You're not.
Not anymore. Seems to dump me.
Can't... Green's on me. I can't see you online, Clarky.
Join you again.
I'm joining.
So it's either see how it feels, Green. If it's bad, then we'll switch over to one of you guys.
All good.
How you been, Green? How's your week been, man?
I've done pretty much nothing. All week.
Awesome. Is that a good
Yeah.
week? That's a good week, right?
It's been long and boring, but doing nothing
Bet.
is also always a bonus.
I guess.
There's like 95% of the regiments in New South Wales with flood assist.
Awesome. Again?
Yes. No, they've been there for ages.
Still.
Still there.
I would imagine there's an absolute fuck ton of work to do, right?
Yeah. And they're supposed to come back on Monday, and then it started flooding like crazy again, so they're not coming back.
Right. Green, you got the honors.
Oh, bandit! Sorry. Sometimes you just do a thing and...
Definitely.
I said it in bed too.
Clip it, or the needs didn't happen.
Consider it clipped.
I was looking at the map for this, the modified map they're planning to do. I couldn't see how they've really changed too much other than Bravo.
Okay, so
Supposedly condensed it and changed
Yeah, but it still looks like it's the same area.
changed under where Fox is, but like around the ground of that building, I think. And then the Bravo.
Oh, so it's not in the high rise maybe. Is that what they've done? Maybe.
It's on like the ground level.
well, yeah. So they've. So one of the Bravo flags will be moved closer to Alpha 1,
Recon flight mission deployed.
Right.
Yeah.
Get that
and then Alpha 1 will be brought out into the open as well. So they're not they're minimizing the overall distance between flags. So from one flag to the next it's not like you
okay.
run to Bravo 1, Bravo 2, and then all of a sudden you got like a massive run to get to Alpha.
Yeah.
There's like a bit more of a logical progression to it. So, I was just on that breakaway game just now. I was just thinking they're gonna have a real big challenge with that map.
Kill the carrier. Nebula
Yeah.
And like on renewal, I can't believe they're actually just scrapping the whole of Echo 1.
They're on the crate. Kill the carrier.
I mean, that's just
And
that
the-
whole area is
and
gonna
the,
go.
Original Alpha too. They're cutting it off.
Yeah, Alpha's gonna go.
One
all
and
those
Alpha
little-
1 and 2.
Cool repels are just gone. But yeah. Bandit is currently testing out a new conquest mode in Vanguard, where you
Yeah.
can now, like ground war, right?
Sort of, but there's
So you can now-
it's like multiple objectives over the map.
Our base is about to be destroyed.
You got to try and bomb the other bases and overtake other people's bases. And there is a tank on the map.
Yeah.
Shit.
I'm coming. Where is he?
Inside. A tank.
I can see 2 tanks. They're spawning.
2 enemy tanks.
Gone.
Oh, you can choose to.
Oh, okay. I just spawned on someone, one of you two, and then just you off on dart show.
Yeah, there's a guy up on the ledger.
Oh, so once you buy your guns and you die, you spawn back with your guns as well. So that's good.
Fuck it.
Anyway, basically, what we were saying, Green. Good that they're making changes, but it's still.
Oh, what the hell?
I'd say it's more up in the air now than ever before about the future of the franchise. Right. Was basically the larger premise.
Just have to wait and see, eh?
Glide bomb coming in hot.
But I
And then
thought they
the-
said that the first release is only going to be the fixes and some reduced
It was going to be the
vehicles.
vehicle
That's it.
changes,
Yeah.
and then
I
all
think
the
map
map stuff
changes
is going to
aren't.
come in season 1 or something.
Yeah.
The biggest part of the problem from a technical point that I can see most of them has been that they don't have the game engine itself under control.
Great.
Right, it's a
Entry
brand
fire.
new game engine. Right.
Mm.
So all the stuff that they did on Battlefield 1 and 5 wasn't, in order for them to be able to do 128 player maps instead of 64 player maps, they had to build a whole new engine, right? Which is why people are saying, I can literally go into like Squad's game engine right now, I can redesign the whole map, and it took me 3 hours. Right?
Yeah.
So why is it taking 3 months? And I'm pretty certain they don't want to communicate to the fact that their game engine is up the shitter, but I bet you that's what it is.
Probably.
Friendly, sending a glide bomb.
Working my way over to you, good.
Yeah.
But yeah,
missed
so
it.
anyway, going on from that, we were talking about the fact that right now, given the overall state of gaming, if anybody else was actually developing a halfway decent first-person shooter, they could probably take a sizable chunk of the market, pretty much
Nebula
uncontested.
rocket targeting enemy base.
And then the conversation went, if Activision was smart, they would be working on developing their own version of Battlefield.
Mm.
And then all of a sudden they're back to testing ground war game modes. What's it called, Bandit?
I'll have to get back to you on that one.
Rocket armor.
It's
Copy. Are they like big flag?
They're like castles. It's like a like a it's like a World War II setting type. Well, obviously, but in the Alps somewhere. Yeah, 100%. It's called Arms Race at new game mode. It's quite fun. I'm not gonna keep playing it only because I will just keep. I think it's free in the new one this weekend when Vanguard's free. Top 100 is good. PPSH is good. I have no idea what my plans are tomorrow. I will have to get back to you. It'll be a sesh, but if this wasn't double XP right now, I'd be on it. Put it that way. Fuck yeah. Did you see that helmet? The it was flaming. Join us. You still lose health. Like, you can still die. But it's just a lot harder to. Oh, this. What kind of person do you think I am? It feels judgy. You're correct. Yeah. Fuck, even I'm still scarred from that. That damaged you more than it damaged me, and that damaged me hard. Man, we are getting fucking peppered. That's really really positive if they do that. Well, the whole theory of being able to call a tank in to fucking parachute to your location was a bit silly. I don't know what the thought was at. of fear. Oh, Jesus, my hand started shaking then when I started laughing. I missed about 50 shots. Wow. That's impressive, isn't it, actually? Is there any evolution in the game like that? You have no power here. You have no power here. I love it. Yeah, I really like it. I when I was using it, I was like 2+ KD all the time, and I'm not a 2 KD player. I think slaps. You didn't. All right.
You guys must have.
Objective where you guys are.
Slappy trigger fingers. I'm saying it's slappy trigger fingers.
It's really good.
I think we need to establish that right now. Green is back. He's regained control of the squad clock. Fight him for it. Fight him.
Just Kong vs Godzilla.
Yeah.
I'm so ready for this. How good is that movie? What the?
Oh, Jesus.
I'm so keen that. I don't know how they're going to do a sequel, but I assume they just smash. And we like.
Yeah.
Kong love. Kong.
Missed him.
Kong loves Godzilla a lot.
There's a lot of like fan rumors for because
Yeah, I didn't know it was part of a. All those movies were part of a bigger picture. Yeah, and why not? Like, what a fucking. Oh yeah, yeah, that's a good movie too. Pacific Rim.
where they like, go to a different universe. those aliens invade through a portal in the ocean.
Oh yeah.
Monster movies. Big wig. Big dumb.
Yes.
excellent fun.
I found it really hard to get on with the sequel. I love
Only
the
wasn't
third film.
good.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did you get? Oh, there's a guy who's got play of the game. His name is Bald Bandit. Is this? Do I have to evolve into this guy? Am I just like the mid Pokemon? Yeah. I'm just Charmander. I'm concerned that you might like the Wax Bandit better than me. Ooh. This is brutal.
Do I just teabag everyone? What do you do?
He was the red and black skin, like whatever that skin.
The-
super skin is.
The doctor, wasn't it? Her?
Maybe I think it was the
Man-
doctor in like the what do you call it? Like it was all black and red. Like they've leveled it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. The top tier skin. It was the doctor. I'm pretty sure. He beat me for no reason.
Enemy's got a dive bomb incoming. Able is
I'm being pulled by a helicopter.
People are weird.
Yeah, and it's a good pilot too.
About fucking all sorts of shit yesterday, but
They're looking at capturing Charlie. They're taking Able.
oh my god. Wednesday, when we were on COD, Bennett,
Looking at me.
like some people say that COD means
How so? I think it's just, to be honest, that's, I think you could put gamers in one category. Yeah.
gaming.
And should we put Twitter in the whole thing and Reddit?
Oh
I
wow,
had
yeah.
Twitter.
Reddit. Reddit is fucking
Humans
Toxic
are
engineer.
toxic.
Yeah. That's right.
I don't think it was hard to be a decent one. It was hard. What was it? Hard not to be a shit one. Yes. Yes, I did. I didn't realize we were so funny. It's a genuinely funny short that it needs a lot of attention because that's the sort of thing that could go viral just purely because it's Denial's laugh is infectious in it as well.
Uh,
Right, Owen Gun is complete.
is it in danger of
I have
nerf?
not. I mean, I actually had fun playing with it tonight, so it's not too bad.
Capture the bases and win the arms race.
At the start of the arms racing, you parachute out of a helicopter too.
That reminds me actually, Clark had a good idea about that for spawn points and redeploys. It's like he's still got a bit more flexibility to use the rest of the map,
Yeah, that'd be pretty good.
which I thought was a pretty good suggestion.
Yeah, it would,
Prevent
wouldn't it?
spawn tripping as well. Which doesn't seem to be too much of an issue in this Battlefield actually, but
He should have played with us last week, Green.
good.
It was bad, man. Every game we joined, I think it was the Friday night session, right, Clucky? Every game we joined, we only had one sector at best, and we were always on the losing side the whole night. I was ready to throw a testicle.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Throw a testicle. I've never thrown one before.
You did strategies, right? I mean, you can pull them back quite quickly. Worst event ever.
Throw your testicle
Or
back
grow it back.
quite quickly.
No way you're doing that with one eye closed.
Getting pushed hard at Delta.
Coming in.
Wowza, that was a good hit.
Nebula is in the zone.
Watched the new Jackass the other day.
What was it?
Testicles in that.
Was
I
it
still
good?
haven't seen it.
It's pretty good. Yeah, it is good.
Crate up for
Oh,
grabs.
there's a bolt in here.
Go.
I'm on in the
Don't go to the bases under attack, you
Delta.
dipshit.
Losing
Oh.
the echo.
Oh, fuck it. There's a team get there.
Where's your side of the enemy's base? They breached the
Do I
gate.
just go from Charlie, or what's the go?
Oh.
probably get Charlie to Alpha.
Oh,
maybe.
fuck it. I'm at echo.
Oh, yeah, spawn on you. Always good to have the home objective.
Destroyed bunker dog.
Yeah, New Jack House is good. They sort of do a lot of a few of the things they do are like remakes of like stunts they did fucking ages ago.
Yeah.
That's actually cool.
Like a best hits, but they redo them.
I've seen the one. What's his name with the bear? Holy shit!
Oh, that looked terrifying. That looks like the worst one ever.
It's just wrong, man. I don't know how he.
You could. He was legitimately like terrified. Like
Was that Dave England? That one? Who was it? Sorry. Oh, Dave Aaron.
Yeah, they call him Danger Aaron.
Danger Aaron. Dave England's the one.
Yeah.
The poop ones. Poop team.
Bolt to our left.
Yeah, I was gonna
With
say.
claim to fame.
I'm the poop guy.
Poops. They do another fucked up one like similar to the bear but with snakes.
Oh wow.
Oh.
But they tricked it because they have a couple of new guys
Crate inbound.
like for the
Well, aren't
Jackass
they-
crew.
Isn't the whole thing they're trying to just bring in a whole new Generations.
I think, yeah. They were actually, I liked them, they were pretty good.
On the stairs, green, yeah.
Recon flight mission deployed.
They weren't like
Hang on,
trying too
bud.
hard, they just fit in.
There's a dog up there too, on the stairs. Over that
Yeah, there's like,
marker he's going. And a drone
they're
flying
telling
around
them
as
they're
he
doing
spotted.
like one, shit.
Up to your right, Green.
There's one right
Popping smoke.
next to you.
Ah, he got me. Left.
I'm down. Oh, speaking of, fucking Halo.
Oh shit, grenade. As in the show.
Yeah.
He's alive, just no, not much health over the crest there.
It's so annoying.
So, I haven't watched episode 2 yet. I probably will just because, but I feel like I'm subjecting to myself to it at this point.
Yo, yo, yo.
So I watched episode 1 and I was like, why does this look so bad? Like
It felt funky, right? And then I was willing to give it the benefit of the doubt. And then we got to episode 2, and there was no more.
Oh, was it like bad?
Benefits are cut. Yeah, I mean, like, man, they've got some
it's
serious,
weirdly bad.
serious actors in there, right? And like, I don't know if you've seen any of the other Halo
No.
live action stuff, but they're generally
Shoot him, you fucking dipshits.
nah.
Sorry. Continue.
And then
That's your best. No wonder you're losing.
this one is like the same kind of NAF, but just with much better actors. Like, the
It's
guy,
like
Got an enemy glide
you
bomb
could
on the way.
call the main character, who obviously is Master Chief, a different
Yeah.
name, and then you could potentially not even recognize it as Halo nearly. Like, it's weird.
yeah,
Like, if you know what Halo is, you will know that it is Halo, but if you're just some person watching this as a new show, you'll be like, what the fuck? What is
you
this?
just think it's some cheap late night sci-fi.
Straight to
production.
DVD,
Oh, really?
weird sci-fi movie.
Yeah.
And it's weird because when you watch the first episode and like the effects are so hit and miss, but then when it gets to it shows you one of the prophets, so it shows you the prophet of mercy on high charity,
Yeah,
and he looks excellent.
yeah,
He looks fantastic.
that's
But
where all the money
rest of
went.
Yeah, the elites look silly, and just general effects just look a bit.
If they'd cut
like
and
just
paste the
subpar.
elites from in-game and put them in the show, that would have been better.
Yeah,
Glide bomber is
they're very
But,
chunky elites
Yeah, they're like
as well.
broke their armor.
stubby elites.
Yeah. And they do everything that elites don't do.
Yeah,
It's
great.
like storm the front gates of outposts instead of being like invisible and stealthy. It's just it's bizarre.
Man,
Shit, actually.
can't wait for these
Chopper
fucking
pile?
helis to be fucking chopped
Yeah.
down.
Hostiles on the crate.
And there's like a million stories they could have told that exist already and just brought them to the screen, but they decide they're making something totally different, like
Broke their armor.
a
It's just-
random
it's-
brand new story.
It's just very weird
Oh, he's
top to bottom. The whole thing just feels disjointed. Like Pablo Schreiber, the guy who plays Master Chief, right? It's freaking amazing. He was in 13 Hours,
Protect the carrier.
Mm.
Secret Soldiers of Benghazi. He was in that, right? He also did a show called American Gods, where he played a character called Mad Sweeney.
Broke their armor.
He basically plays
Yeah,
a
like
giant
American
robot.
Gods.
Yeah, so he's in that, right? He's amazing in that. He's
Because I don't know if he
freaking-
took us out. I was trying to figure out who it was, and then he took us someone else. I was like, oh yeah, he's pretty cool, but doesn't work as Chief.
Yeah.
It's probably just writing and directing that makes it bad, but
the whole thing just feels Like everything on screen is an afterthought.
Mm.
We need to go somewhere. Charlie 1,
And they made
maybe?
Chief like not Chief. Like everything
Yeah.
Chief would do for realsies, he does the opposite in this show.
Yeah. But like, the law already states that other people wear the armor, right?
Yeah.
Right, so like, not 117 obviously, not our Master Chief, but other people
Mm.
are Spartans, right? And like, you could have even got old Luke Cage back in it, right, to do his
Mm.
thing. But no, they saw the pooch, they held the pooch down, and then they screwed the pooch.
Is that
Enemy base targeted.
It's wrong.
It's just like, it's just really bizarre how bad. Like, yeah, I don't even know how to describe it. Like, it's like because they said that like reading up that they went to 343 and like
the
learned
one out
about
there,
Halo and all the lore in the games, and they learned about everything, and they said, "Yeah, that's really cool," and then threw it all in the bin, and then made something else,
Able bunker demolished.
and just used the name Halo and Master Chief. That's pretty much the only similarity.
Yeah, this was supposed to be like the first legit production, live action production of Halo ever. That's how they build it.
Friendly sending a glide bomb. Rocket armor.
To quote a bandit, people need to remember to freaking
Allied glide bomber.
under-promise and over-deliver, not the other way around.
it's gonna be why you see E3 got cancelled?
Yeah,
Yeah, I did see that.
Spewing.
Friendly glide bomber
it's,
incoming.
So they want to do it next year and do a live and digital show at the same time and just make it
Yeah.
really good.
day before on some of the old work newsletters that I'm on
Friendly sending a glide
was the big headline saying that we're reaching recovery. This just goes to prove how crisis-proof
Whoa.
and how resilient the events industry is. Blah 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 blah. And like, a few people are kind of sitting there wondering what the fuck are they taking. And then E3 gets fucking cancelled. And like the actual big part of that is not so much that they're not doing the physical version. That's kind of anticipated, might be a thing at the moment. But the fact they're not even doing the digital version of it.
Fault
Yeah, a
blinders.
bit odd.
So
friendly sending a glide
events are not vital to any industry.
Nebula crate up.
No, oh, there's a bolt out there. What the hell?
They are nice to have.
Friendly
He
glide
drove
bomber
away.
incoming.
Coming back around. Sort of.
I'm with you, I'm with you, I'm with you.
Oh, he hit it. He did.
Recon airborne. Eyes up.
Go to.
Alpha's
Okay.
getting.
There's a dude down here somewhere. Just seen this little red dot
Nebula crate. Watch our carrier.
on the map.
Over the edge of the hill. Oh, got him.
I think you just. Nice.
Nice. Pushing Echo again? What are we doing?
Hostiles are strafing us.
Now we're gonna go for a leisurely ride somewhere.
Boost button. Ooh.
They should just create a map with the spawns like 100 of these. No other vehicles.
Oh my god.
What the fuck just happened? The thing kept going and some random jumped in it, I think, trying to reflip it.
Oh
Oh.
jeez, it's just way too strong at the moment.
Our war's been breached.
What is locked onto me?
Hopping out.
There.
Behind me.
Now that's what I like to see.
That guy.
Great work.
Yeah.
If this friendly guy will get out and revive you.
I'll get you.
Clarky's on.
Clarky's got you. He jumped out anyway.
I think I saw someone. No, I didn't. Maybe.
They've got the flag, so they've still got
Behind you
small
again?
advantage. Yeah. Running from our rear, Clarky. On your
Oh shit.
green, got it.
Got him.
Use another res, please, man. Just
Yeah.
full dead body.
I think
recon
someone else
on
is
them.
getting you, are they?
Yep.
Yep.
Echo 2.
There is a vehicle. It's down. Yep.
Why is there
Echo
so many
2
people
still busy.
back here?
Shit.
Yep. He's down.
If we're gonna get more cover, right?
Hmm.
And more sort of changes in elevation and all good things.
Yes.
What are they gonna do with spawn beacons?
To your left, Alpha, if you're still up.
Because
Come
they
up
will
to my body.
get...
Oh, my body. No. Yeah, well, they haven't said anything. There might be just in one of the updates. They might make them easier to detect.
Sorry, Clarky.
You just need to
No,
add
it's
a beep like every other.
Yeah, loud beep.
Yeah.
Beep, beep.
What's the nickname
yeah,
for
just-
him?
In the bush to my right.
Oh
running
wow,
into the
so
flag
the C4 drones are still a thing.
Yep.
Didn't kill me, but he tried. There's people hanging out. Oh, there's another one. Of course. What the fuck?
The objective.
I saw
Smoke,
double
reviving.
C4 drone. Like people, there's people camping our spawn.
Yep.
Oh, there's more?
This is, the,
This
this is what I was saying about spawn beacons.
Alright, so I'm gonna kill these guys that are in our spawn.
Losing objective Baker.
Got one. I got the one that killed you, Green.
Yeah, that's him. There's another one out here.
Baker is lost.
Just checking for a beacon all the way through.
Got him.
Capturing Able.
Like rats.
Closing with Baker. Securing
Well, there's still anyone hanging out.
Able is out.
Oh, you fucking...
Yeah, they're still over here.
Here.
There's two nightbirds in our spawn. What the fuck's going on?
Clarky, I got company here. Oh,
Yeah.
good. Oh, he's getting teabagged.
I'm sorry, what? This is... There's a dude flying around with a nightbird in our spawn called Nerf Nightbird. He's level 200
Yeah.
S263.
And he's doing what?
He's just a bloody shit-hot pilot in the...
He's hanging around our spawn
Camping.
Friendly sending a
in a helicopter. He's a nightbird. His name is Nerf Nightbird and he's level 263.
He's not wrong.
There's a whole, all the way along pretty much along the map line from our spawn to Alpha 2, there is just like tons of people just hanging.
I don't know that there's any helicopter now that can take a direct hit from a missile and survive it. For one thing. So the fact that they
No.
take like 3.
Hmm. No one is able to stinger him or anything because he's just flying
Walk
around.
out, walk out.
Yeah, they need to nerf the cooldown on flares.
Capturing Baker.
Hang on, Claude.
There was a wildcat beneath me coming out of the tunnel.
Yeah, I'm
The
getting
blender.
sniped at from left as well. Hang on, I'm coming.
Where are you guys getting hit from? Sorry. Over here.
Oh, shit.
Nut, you're gonna die.
I'm gonna die.
Ah, so many people.
Securing Charlie.
How the did those get rocketed?
Oh, did you hear the news about what Tom McLean himself? Mr.
Not
Bruce Willis?
retired.
Yeah.
Crazy. What a day to pick to retire.
I didn't read into what he's been diagnosed with though. I don't know.
Well, yeah.
Aphasia was I think something.
Aphasia.
Aphasia.
It's like hopefully it doesn't. Well, it's usually a sign of dementia, like Alzheimer's type
Oh
stuff.
yeah.
And then specifically aphasia is where I want to say the word carrot, but it will actually come out pencil.
Oh yeah.
So you, like, you can't communicate.
They're taking Able.
Really weird problem to have.
Taking Baker.
Just in a
Actually, a
blender.
close game.
Securing Baker.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, look, nerf sniper, there he is.
How many kills did he have?
I would like to be able to tell you that.
Oh, what was he on the screen for?
Not really anything. I think it was most vehicles destroyed or something.
Oh yeah.
Closing with Baker. Watch your head. Losing objective Charlie. Taking Baker. Losing objective Charlie. We hold Able. Heads up. Enemy flight bomb coming in hot.
Were they actually getting us to play test the map choices ahead of time?
It's just a different renewal kaleidoscope renewal. Kaleidoscope. Yeah.
Isn't this the third round on renewal we've had now?
I joined on kaleidoscope, then we did that, and then renewal, and then now kaleidoscope, and then now renewal.
Awesome.
They're taking Able. Securing Baker.
first screen?
I got a tank, so I might zoom up to Alpha.
Okay. I'm gonna try and spawn on you and then see if I can get out. Not. Oh, sorry, and ADS. Going for the ride.
Yeah.
Coming, Clarky.
Taking Baker.
He's not moving. Speed. Right, now we go this way. It's quite the jingle.
It's nearly jolly music.
Closing with Baker. Securing
Oh,
Baker.
that didn't work.
There are people in my life that request that I download games so that I can send them extra lives when they need it. I'm not proud of it. Not proud of it.
I think we. Yeah. Fuck yeah. But this is gonna be good.
Taking Baker.
These rocks can.
Passing stun grenade.
Yeah, we're just gonna get killed by this jet. Love that for us.
Closing with Baker.
Fuck's sake.
And the attack how he finishes off. Brilliant. No, it's 8, no, it's 8. This
There can only be one.
Closing with Charlie.
I'm with you.
Securing Baker.
Going on roof.
Closing with Baker.
So down this end.
Capturing Charlie. Enemy fallen.
I'm in on Echo. There's one person in here as well. Not him.
Fuck. One on the roof.
The whole wall just got destroyed. I'm holding it down.
I'm with you.
Location revealed, yeah.
There's people. Are you on the roof?
Yeah. Not the very top, but I'm on a portion of the roof.
Something was having a go at me from inside here. One down.
So yeah. Got him.
Delta.
Yeah, I reckon.
You still haven't watched Moon Knight, Green?
Nah, not yet. Probably end up watching it Sunday at some point, I think.
I think I said this. It feels like a long, big intro.
Yeah.
discussing the map changes. I think general consensus is the map changes are going to be good, right?
Yeah, I reckon they will be. Condense it, add more cover.
Do you reckon they'll go back to old school operators?
They said that after maps and stuff, specialists is the next thing they're looking at. So who knows what that means.
I don't mind if there's a little bit of a compromise on that front. Like, they more clearly define the roles that people can use for different functions in classes, right? But I don't actually mind the specialists at all. I think the dialogue shit at the end of the round and the way they look is fucking goofy. But the fact that there's some new mechanics rather than just being able to throw down a couple of crates, what was it, a rocket and the motion sensor is pretty good.
No, Hellfire. Change is scary, and you have to complain about it. It's forbidden.
Change is forbidden! Forbidden! Nine!
I think, yeah, specialists is fine, but I think if they try and sort of start orientating them to more towards a purpose. Like have your assault engineer, recon and stuff, but you can still have the specialists that fit into that bracket.
Yeah. But like you can still play all the same classes you could before, if you really want to. But I like that there's more variety in gameplay now. Because otherwise what happens is you get to the Metro style map and then everyone runs assault. Right,
Yeah.
Everyone's a medic.
Change it up a bit.
If they start doing that to specialists, it'll ruin what they already have going. Yeah, I think you're right, man. I think, and like Green said, changes and Bandit even. Jokingly,
Scary.
change is awful. Change is scary.
That's the thing, though, isn't it? Like, oh, you know, we don't like the changes, and then he comes back to the COD thing. Oh, just reskin, same game, nothing ever changes. You're like, fuck, you guys are hard to please.
Yeah. At which point you just say,
Oh,
fuck it,
yeah.
I'm just going to design what I want.
Yeah, that's it.
No one is.
Listen, we made a game. If you don't like it, fuck off. Didn't they say that once? If you don't like it, don't play it. Was that Battlefield 5?
So Kinetics in chat. He says, I refuse to switch to a specialist I hate just to zoom choppers again, for example, because I'm on Falcon main. Well, yeah. And I think, unless I was on Flood Zone, right, and running at Alpha as the enemy flag, I would put down a spawn beacon and a motion sensor and an ACWR, and then I would just run riot on the enemy team. That was pretty much the only time I ever really ran recon. New games should have new mechanics and new things to learn.
You wait till Warzone 2 comes out
But,
and they do something different.
And I want to go.
Whoa.
I actually think Warzone 2 will just be a very recent version. of
Has to be.
Year 1.
I'm getting teabagged. Why am I getting randomly teabagged in lobbies? What the fuck?
Yeah, green. I want to go back here, guys. I love what I saw. One of the big things is the Mav and Nightbird's moving. I think the Nightbird move is good, and then we were discussing this earlier. I think the Mav move, and I saw your tweet, man. I think the Mav being as accessible in the wrong hands is dangerous.
They might weaken it, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Not make it so strong.
Oh, this thing can't hold on to the
Mav
fucking
is
thing.
hella strong.
Maybe they
Green, where'd
might
you-
increase its speed.
I can't find the guy that he was just out on the road there. The guy that teabagged me.
Going Delta to Echo.
why it keeps happening.
So before in 5 years' time, whenever people bring up 2042, Hardline fans will have to endure the same trauma flashbacks I have. When they talk about how Hardline was such a gem, I can't wait. But see, you got the perfect split right now in the chat. Genetic is. We got 2 Hardline fans and 2. I don't know if you were against it, Green, but I definitely was.
I think that was the only one I didn't buy.
Yeah, and then Bandit and Clarky.
Love that.
Loved it.
Yep. Yep, with Noddy. Yeah, it was good.
But as I explained to you yesterday, Clarky's weird. And well, we're gonna have to talk about Bandit.
That's a whole new topic.
I don't mind if people like Hardline, but some of the Twitter people are way too defensive about the game. And Twitter people are
Yeah,
way
it's
too
just-
defensive about
Twitter's
shit
just
in
a-
general, man. Actually, no, let me rephrase that. People are way too defensive about weird shit in general.
You know,
Like, it's possible to express a negative opinion about something and not hate it. Do you know what I mean?
Incorrect.
No. Wrong.
We have not many objectives.
Yeah, welcome to Friday Night Battlefield.
Although I'm a bit of a vendetta at the moment.
How did your 2042 session go early? Genetic? Saw you were on. Didn't manage to catch it live though, man. I get it from both sides because I'm not afraid to heap praise on the game when deserved and also criticises you make problems. Same, man. Just call it as you see it, right? That's the way it should be. Fucking YouTube comment videos on my uploads are just a shit show at best at times. We got a vehicle still at Alpha 2.
Yeah, there's a tank 2 bolts between Alpha and Alpha 2.
And